Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special presentation of Link Esports. It's the start of a new partnership between Ball State Link and Cardinal Esports. I'm Corey Revink, being joined by Clay Easton. How are you doing tonight, Clay?
Good. Thank you for having me here today.
So tonight we're going to have the best esports players in Ball State taking on some Ball State athletes in a friendly game of Rocket League.
Ooh, gonna be a match of the century for sure.
So it's not your normal game of Rocket League. It's not 5-minute games. It's a 4-minute game. And it's going to be best of 5 for both of these matches. But the handicap that the esports players have is they're not allowed to score until the last minute of regulation.
Now I'm interested to see that dynamic because Gator Melon I know for sure is like scoring fanatic, and then of course Zarchia is gonna want to be more on controlling the field. But it'll be interesting to see how both teams play with the players that haven't really played Rocket League compared to some of the grand champs of esports.
So, like we said, it's going to be best of 5, but we are going to be playing all 5 games because when it comes to playoff time, we can be using overall wins as a tiebreaker, and that can be determining the standings come playoff time. So, the first match we have today is we have Tristan Studeville, soccer player, and Gator Melon taking on Claudia Como, fellow soccer player, and Zarcia.
I'm excited to see what happens, honestly.
I know you talked about how Gator Melon is a grand champ and also Zarcia is a grand champ, so I'm excited to see how these two can coexist going against each other with people who've really never played Rocket League before.
I mean, honestly, it'll be more of them trying to coach through their teammate how to score, how to control the ball, how to effectively use their boost. Studeville just destroying Como outright immediately.
How did she
Like
build
we
it?
said, Gator Melon and Zarcia are not allowed to score until the last minute of regular time. And that was one thing I was going to ask you. Are we going to see Gator Melon and Zarcia mostly just try to take each other out of the game during those first 3 minutes?
You know, and I think that's when you'll actually start seeing that the field's going to really open up in that last minute. And they're going to start playing with the different boosts and different bounces. Right now, they're just, of course, going to show their different teammates how they can play, how to use the boost effectively. But I think at that last minute, you're really going to see both players just going straight at the ball and being very
So what do you think they would do to set each other up? Doing the best they can.
So notice that Zarcia and Gator Melon are both going to do a lot of controlling the ball onto their cards. They're going to do a lot of just not
Don't bump her.
getting the ball too
She did nothing to you. Oh God, she's coming for me.
drifting so that they
Yeah,
can
you're going down.
get the ball into a midfield position or an open position where
Take it. Go.
Bill or
Ah,
Bill
no,
will come
close.
in and get that just do flip and kick.
I'm in the middle of the field.
So we're going to see a lot of Gator Melon.
How did you do that?
Just sit. Oh no, that's a very fast. No.
Where is it?
Yeah, you're definitely going to know
Why is that?
Oh wait, go. Keep going straight.
and that's the easiest way
I'm gonna pass it up to you. Turn your camera.
Put it in reverse.
and Zarcia just destroying Gator Melon outright.
That's something I expected coming into this game was to see those two just try to take the other one out of the game so they're not a factor.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
Wait, I'm gonna do a
when you
flip
notice a lot
Okay,
of
just be
you
ready
notice
for
a lot of
the
different plays like demolition, but then when
That's always what I'm.
a lot of
That's
great
basically what I'm
champions,
trying to
of
do.
course, one guy that's defending that glove to just destroy
Don't touch that,
everybody else.
Zarcia. Go away.
Set something up.
We're doing great. Did anyone see the flips that I was doing?
Yeah.
The ball for an easy
Go!
Yeah, and that's the typical play right there. You'll see Zarcia gonna take it from
Yeah, I'm in the goal. I'm in the goal.
immediately trying.
What does that do? What? No
Shoot
way.
it. No way.
Gator
Shoot
Melon
it.
passing to
No.
No,
Wait.
no, no,
Try
no.
to
Like,
get
he
it.
could have gotten and shot right there, but of course he
Oh no, what am I doing over here?
They're not allowed
Good
to,
turn.
they're not allowed to intentionally score until there's a minute left of regular play in overtime.
Okay, I gotta score a
Overtime, they're not
goal.
allowed to score there either.
Yeah, and that'll be the
Here it
really
comes.
interesting thing is because a lot of this
man.
game is also dependent
Hey!
and how you're
Ah, why did you just do that?
how you're controlling how you're watching the different field and where the different players are.
You got it.
Like Gator Melon boosting off the wall right there so they can
You're all
clear.
good. You're all good. I'll try demoing. Keep going. Don't demo her. I saw you go for it.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing. Oh, Como destroying Studeville outright. That is something that you also would notice a lot more of is,
Turtle!
and as you can hear them, they're even talking through like, I think this is how I boost or destroy. Oh, Zarcia destroying Studeville, so Gator can't even get the scoring opportunity.
And that's one thing I want to talk about was that the first thing that I thought of when I was pitched this idea was how do you think that these esports players are going to be able to coexist and coach the athletes who really never played Rocket League before?
And I don't know so much about Zarcia's coaching style, but I do know that Gatormelon has coached a few players before on how to play Rocket League. Zarcia kind of looking like he wants to just be a one-man team as he comes to the last 14 seconds. Studeville completely missing what's happening.
Almost there, but we're about to reach the 1 minute mark, so you're about to see Zarcia and Gatormelon here in a couple seconds really start going for each other and going for the scores. 1 minute remaining, so here we go.
1 minute remaining, both esports players now able to score. Gatormelon doing an aerial hit.
And already on the board, Gatormelon through the air. Which you said that was his specialty, is being able to play through the air and off the wall.
Yeah, he's excellent at those aerial hits. We were doing a few practice rounds before everybody came for the broadcast today, and he just constantly was juggling with the aerial hits and everything else.
I actually challenged him to get the ball and bounce it on his head and drive around for 3 minutes. I don't know if he'll do it, but...
Zarcia, excellent aerial hit. Gatormelon intercepting in the midfield.
Oh, what a good shot. It looks close, but just over the bar. So you see Gatormelon trying to get some there to set up, but great clear there by Zarcia.
And that's the other thing. When you talk about different types of offense and getting back on defense, Gatormelon and Zarcia really using that boost and jump effectively. Como driving backwards.
Good goal there by Gatormelon, but you really see these two playing sort of like in a real-life soccer game, that box-to-box midfielder role. They're all over the pitch the entire game.
And that's the other thing is when you're flipping or you're going through, it's the recovery that you're really trying to get is making sure that your wheels are still moving at that forward pace so you don't lose your momentum. And this game's built on a bunch of speed and momentum when you hit the ball. And the slower you hit it, the slower, of course, it's going to go across the field.
We're in the last 10 seconds here.
We have Zarcia with a back goal.
Off the crossbar and in for Zarcia, 2-1.
Oh, this is
6 seconds left in the first game.
This was just bad defending on Gatormelon's part, but...
They see that Zarcia and Como have one more shot here to force OT.
Maybe Zarcia gets a OT goal.
We'll see here, 3-2-1, and
that's
the end of the first game. Gatormelon and Studeville win the first game 2-1.
Good game.
We saw both goals there in the final minute. Gatormelon just taking over like we kind of anticipated.
And but that's one of those things where you'll notice that it's immediately turns into this open-ended game. You'll notice both players start opening up how they play and their different play styles because they weren't so much focused on crossing, but instead started to control the match on their own.
You definitely see there in the first 3 minutes, it's a slower game, them trying to facilitate what their teammates can do, and then once it reaches the last minute, it's all over the place.
Yeah, and so then my main question for you is, what do you think of the different players that are being involved, like Studeville and Como, and look at Gatormelon almost accidentally scoring at the very start.
Like we said, no intentional goals allowed from the esports players, but if it just so happens to bounce on them, there's nothing they can do, then so be it.
Zarcia setting it up with a perfect demolish for Como.
He almost scored himself. He tried to almost just lay it on top of Como to be like, here you go, just take a bounce off of her. So what type of strategy do you think that they would use besides the cornering strategy to set something up for their teammates?
I think at that rate, see how Zarcia is controlling the ball and holding it on his car? I think what he would use that same strategy instead, slow the ball down, get it at an angle where Como can hit it, and easily get an easy goal.
Here you see Studeville going with a nice shot just wide, but you see she's starting to get the hang of it here. And that was, I think, the key here for both teams is who can get their teammate to get a hang of the game first.
I just got hit.
You see Gatormelon centering it? You could tell he wanted to go for the shot.
It's going to be hard to restrain them.
The own goal by Zarcia. You hear it over here, both own goals.
Well, that doesn't count.
What are the rules for own goal?
I don't know if there was a specification for rules for own goals. I think we'll let it stand. Gator Melon just, or Zarcia walking into his own net. Not much you can do there. So 1-0 here with 3:45 left in the game. 2:45 until both teams can have their esports players take over on offense. See Zarcia trying to kind of juggle it towards the net. It's dangerous being that direct.
Oh, Como with a hit.
Just wide of the post. It's almost dangerous when you're walking it towards the net like that. You have a chance of scoring yourself, which you're not allowed to do.
I know. And that's the other thing is making sure that you are defending, but at the same time not hitting it towards your own goal, because that just a little miscue could get that own goal.
Great save there by Gator Melon, able to
I'm my goal.
almost score there by Zarcia, but Studeville destroying
Keep
Zarcia.
demoing my teammate. Let her score.
Great demolition there by Gator
Como
Melon.
stopping the goal.
Working for the other team there. Saved a great goal scoring chance there.
Go for it.
It's going for the roll. Gator Melon.
He tried to let it go. And we see 2-0 now to blue.
Now see, this is always one of those and like almost one of those agonizing goals. You're just like,
There's not much you can do about it at that point.
I mean, as soon as it crosses that line, you're just like, oh well, guys, I tried.
So 2-0 now, 2:44 left to go.
Como taking the charge.
Almost
Gator Melon, the own goal.
It's going to count as a goal for Como.
Como's back in the game.
Now it's 2-1. 2:39 left. First goal scored by a non-esports player. Claudia Como there with the goal with 2:39 left to go in the game. 2-1. Blue leads.
And Claudia Como starts her esports career.
She might have a career in this.
Oh, I like that.
So here we see Zarcia in the corner.
I don't think she'll play for the soccer team anymore. I think Rocket Leagues are calling.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to.
Oh, Gator Melon taking out Zarcia.
Trying to see which way the...
Gator Melon clearly trying to pass his teammate, but not on the same wavelength. Is he even coaching Studeville anymore? We don't even know.
I'm not gonna.
Como there trying to... Almost, here we go, scoring chance.
Oh.
Intercepted by Gator Melon in the box.
Studeville and Gator Melon almost colliding perfectly.
Como just flying through the air there. Don't know
Oh,
if
here
she
we
knew
go.
anything about
Zarcia
it.
sets it up.
Studeville bumping her own teammate.
Oh, it's
Shot by Zarcia almost went off Como into the net.
almost intercepted.
40 seconds until Gator Melon and Zarcia are allowed to score here in game number 2.
Oh, Zarcia with a perfect aerial hit, trying to at least center a little bit for Como.
Como trying to get a touch onto that through the air. Here she goes. She
Oh,
has
here-
a. Oh, there's an opportunity there.
Oh, Gator Melon
man.
missed hit again.
Cross the court. Gator Melon scores to make it 3-1 with 23 seconds left until he's allowed to score.
I mean, honestly, at this rate, should we count it as a? Is it a win for the other team? Gator Melon just breaking the rules.
I know. Three goals credited to Gator Melon so far with 23 seconds before he's allowed to score. Studeville with the shot off the post and out.
Studeville almost just opening up her career as an esports player. Oh.
Zarcia just kind of driving it the entire way. So I want to ask, how difficult is it to do that, to just bounce the ball on top of your car?
Honestly, it's actually extremely hard. It looks easy. It looks like it's an easy move, but if you go faster than the ball, you're not. Of course, you're going to lose it. And if you go slower, then of course it's going to pop out in front of you, and you're of course going to also have it where you're just going to bump it and not be in control at all.
So here we go. 3 seconds until Gator Melon and Zarcia are allowed to start playing. Now here we go. Now you get to really see what they're doing.
Gator Melon really trying to open up what he actually loves to do, how to score. Zarcia is telling him he's tired of how he's scoring against him unfairly.
It's flying through the air, which shows just how important boost is into this game.
Oh, here we go, both tussling for the ball. And that's the other thing, it's boost control. You'll notice a lot of players will steal boost from each other, they'll bump each other off just so they get that slight advantage.
Oh, what a goal by Gator Melon. He controlled that the entire way down through the air.
Oof.
I mean, that's just skill right there.
I mean, that's hard when you... And you could tell Zarcia even talking about it, he didn't have boost. It's that matter of boost control and making sure that you're watching where on the map if somebody stole it. Oh, the perfect start goal.
What a shot by Zarcia, 4-3 with 29 seconds left. Let's see if they can force overtime. Opening goal shot there by Zarcia.
Oof. That was just perfectly set up.
Straight down the pipe there.
And I mean, that's one of those where Studeville doesn't really know the tactics of how to start yet. And you could definitely tell with the flipping. It's different for both teams. Zarcia trying to get the wall clear here.
When it comes to like Gatormill at this stage, do you just try to hold on for a win, or do you just keep attacking no matter what?
Honestly, I say you keep attacking. I think the biggest thing in Rocket League especially is it could have 10 seconds left and just like this, and they get a goal to tie it right back.
Tied up at the death. 3 seconds left to go. We're going to be going to overtime here for game 2 unless someone hits a shot right at the open. It could happen.
3 seconds, it can happen in Rocket League. That's just the timing it's so weird in this game because
even if there's 1 second left, it could be on 1 second for half a minute if the ball stays in the air.
Exactly.
Oh,
and
almost a goal there.
Zarcia almost opening up his third
Still on
goal.
1 second. Kept in the air by Gatormelon. Still alive here.
Oh,
I think that would be it. Now we're going to overtime, so it's sudden death.
So both pro players aren't allowed to score here. They have to rely on their teammates.
Yeah, so pro players are not allowed to score here in overtime intentionally. So it's back to how it was during the first 3 minutes of regular time.
So this could either be a quick overtime or one of the longest overtimes we ever find.
So Zarcia trying to slow it down so it doesn't go in off of him. Trying to... Como missing the ball there entirely.
And you could tell both players are still trying to figure out how to play the game more efficiently. Clearly they don't get a ton of play time on.
No, busy schedules being an athlete. You could see Zarcia was almost trying to just run the ball into Como so it would bounce off of her and go in. See, I didn't score.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no rules stating that they can't do that.
Exactly. I mean, they never said we can't walk the ball in off of our teammate.
Up Studeville hitting it back towards her own goal.
It's a dangerous play there by Studeville. Let's see how Gatormelon can try to save it here. Como, just a little juggle by Gatormelon up and over the top of Como.
Como screaming in, trying to get that hit. Up Studeville hitting it back towards her own goal.
Zarcia controlling around Gatormelon.
I mean, see, and this...
Now, at what point, that was a clear goal scoring opportunity if he was allowed to score. So in those situations, what do you got to do?
In those situations, you just got to hope for that misdirection.
And it's in. Zarcia scores the winner off of Studeville, so it's 1-1.
Yeah.
So now it's 5-4 after OT. Orange wins this one.
And that's the other thing, is using the misdirection off of the other players.
So we see Como there got her first goal. The first goal scored by an athlete here in this competition.
And I mean, that's good. Get him some more playtime. Let him enjoy the game a little bit more.
You'll see by game 5 they ought to be more ready for the game. They should be more adept at playing themselves.
And then we're just gotta change something really quick. Okay.
So here we go. We're getting ready for game number 3. Last game was 5-4. We saw Como and Zarcia get the win there off of I don't know if you count it as an own goal by Studeville.
I mean, I would count it as an own goal, but Rocket League doesn't because technically it's the last player that touches it. They give the credit towards them, and that's also a kind of tactic that both of these esports players can kind of play off of. Can I hit it off of your professional athlete and then or a college athlete, sorry, and then get a goal through that.
You can almost see that being a tactic for them, just trying to bounce the ball off of their teammate right before it scores.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. You'll notice both players were trying to juggle the ball off of their own player.
Which I think that might be the loophole they found out in our handicap system here. So we see Como staying on the roof of her car. What a clear there by Zarcia.
And that's the other thing is watching Gatormelon and Zarcia to see if they both are going to play off of misdirections. Because technically, if it wasn't a direct hit, it can still count.
Exactly. That was a good chance there for Studeville. Great clearance by Zarcia. Zarcia is really on the ball here defensively, which is something I expected during the first 3 minutes of these games. It would be for them to mostly be on defense up until the 1 minute mark.
But you can tell Studeville is picking up more on the controls. She's able to move around. She's stopping. She's able to actually turn around and get more hits on the ball. Como setting the ball.
Oh, what a save. Oh. Double save there by Gatormelon. Como almost scored to take the lead for Orange.
I was at a loss of words. That was a great tactic. I mean, having your teammate just... Oh, Studeville.
Studeville with the goal. Easy tap in, and Tristan Studeville takes the lead for the blue team with 3:23 left to go here in the game.
And Studeville now answering Como on the score sheet and saying, I can also score.
Exactly. It's not just own goals that I'm scoring. There we see Zarcia and Gatormelon going for it at the center.
Como destroying Gatormelon. I think he's
man.
absolutely stunned right now.
I would be if I were him too. Here we go, going up and over the bar. Como trying to go for it, hitting the post.
Now, see, that's a typical move that you would see by most esports players. They'll hit it off the top bar and then they'll hit it back to themselves for the double hit.
Try to get the rebound.
Yeah.
So we'll see Gatormelon trying to set something up here. And
Now it'll be interesting. Can Gatormelon give the brace to Studeville?
see if he can set it up here. It's a great cross into the box. It looks like he's going to be going in on his own. 2-0 lead. Gatormelon asking Zarcia, why didn't he save it? Going in off of the cross. It wasn't intentional. I mean, you could tell he was going for the cross.
I mean, it was technically a cross.
Going back at it again, 2-0 with 2:45 left to go. Everyone completely missing the ball.
Everybody whiffing. And see, the other thing is, I don't think both players realize they could possibly just use their athletes as actual rams to hit the ball.
Exactly. I mean, it's possible. I mean, there's a whole achievement you get after you score a goal like that where the 8-ball pops up.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Just trying to inch it to Como. I mean, he slow rolled that as much as he could.
And I just don't even know how to react to this.
I mean, they are trying so hard. They are actively trying not to score. That's the best part of this, is that they are trying really hard not to score, and they end up scoring anyway. Maybe that's just the talent of our esports players, that even when they're not trying to score, they still are able to score.
And, Como with a perfect hit. Oh, but Gatormelon denying her.
Almost got the shot there. I mean, if she would have got some more power on that, that was an easy goal.
I mean, and you can even hear her saying she needs more power.
Zarcia's doing he's trying his best to just slow roll it into the goal.
And it's also interesting because you hear Gatormelon talking more to Studeville. It's be interesting, is Zarcia talking enough to Como? Is he really communicating how to play it?
Talking more than me.
It's funny because they can hear our commentary, so they know what they're saying. Well, this could.
Oh,
it very well
here we
could
go.
No, just left to the post.
Oh, barely. Oh, Studeville almost hitting it into her own goal.
Okay, I'm by the goal.
Oh, Zarcia just denying Studeville. That's typical play of when you're getting back on defense. Can I destroy the attacking player and set it up?
Gatormelon.
I was trying to demo you.
He was trying to destroy Zarcia. Trying to destroy Zarcia, and he taps the ball in for 3-1.
And Gatormelon with the brace finally.
Exactly. 3-1 with 1:22 left to go here in game number 3. It's tied up 1-1 in the series. Blue won game 1 2-1. Orange won game 2 5-4, and Zarcia getting the goal off the opening kickoff.
And I mean, and that's just fair. Telling Gatormelon, hey, it's not a minute yet. We can't score.
He got the last touch there. It was going wide, and then it just barely grazed off his car to go in. And here we go. 1:20 left to go. 3-2.
And I know we talked a little. Oh, Studeville with a perfect hit from the start, but Zarcia denying her the goal.
Great shot there by Studeville. It was going right towards the upper 90. Forced a great save there out of Zarcia.
And I know we talked a little bit before the broadcast itself, and you play Rocket League yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I do play a bit in my spare time. Mostly I play defense and goalie. Off the demolition.
Gator Melon scoring on himself.
Exactly. Now it's a minute left to go, so both of these players are actively allowed to try and score now. So it's all tied up with a minute to go.
I didn't even notice.
It's got to be difficult making that shift from actively trying not to score to going all out trying to get goals.
Oh, here we go. The start. Is Gator Melon able to defend? He is. Is Studeville going to be able to play with it? Oh, she does.
Studeville's actively getting back into this game, and she's starting to make contributions to the team. What a save there by Gator Melon. That was about to leak into the goal there.
And here's more Gator Melon aerial play, but Zarcia knows the typical tactics that he's running.
See, both of the saves that these guys are pulling out are just fantastic.
Oh, Como denying Zarcia the goal. His own teammate.
Gator Melon with a shot on goal saved by Zarcia. Now Gator Melon back on defense. Zarcia, oh, what a close shot right off the bar. 15 seconds to go, all tied up at 3 apiece.
Here we go. Zarcia
with a shot. Here we go.
Oh, is Gator Melon?
Oh, what a goal by Zarcia. 8 seconds left, and they take the lead.
And see, it's just that simple misdirection right there at the hit. It's that angle that, like, as soon as you hit it, if it's open, it's gonna go in.
You can have that angle of hitting the ball off by like a degree, and it could change the entire complexity of the game. We're down to 5 seconds. Can Gator Melon and Studeville get a goal? And they do.
Gator Melon, the immediate answer.
Immediate answer. 3 seconds to go, all tied up at 4 apiece. So we're about to have a repeat of last game, where it went to OT, tied at 4 apiece. Most of the goals unintentional both times.
Both times unintentional.
So with 3 seconds left, can someone get a goal? Studeville. So we go to overtime here, 4-4 apiece, and now we go back to the rules we had during the first 3 minutes of regular time. The athletes are the only ones that are allowed to intentionally score. Gator Melon and Zarcia are not allowed to score during these overtime minutes. Como trying to go for a shot there.
And both you see both esports players are kind of sticking back in their goal. Oh, but Studeville with an excellent shot.
What a shot there. Studeville gets the goal. Long range effort by Tristan Studeville gets the win in overtime.
Wow.
They take a 2-1 lead in the series here. They're 1 win away from winning this best-of-5 series.
Studeville, 2 goals to her name, got the brace.
I know, what a job there by Tristan Studeville. You can really tell she's starting to get the hang of the game. So now we're going to have a 3-minute match here. It's going to be change up the settings here. But like we saw in game number 3, Tristan Studeville really getting the hang of the game here. She's starting to contribute on offense, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down in these last 2 games to see who can get the win.
Let's see.
Oh, he's changing the game time.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Let's see. And yeah, we're just trying to mess around with the settings.
Mess around the settings, trying to get this updated here before game number 4.
So he's got one this one, we'll see the second. But we'll be able to play all 5, I believe.
So now we get ready for game number 4.
And it will be one of those where the teams still play all 5.
All right, so here we go. We have Zarcia trying to make a move here. As we said, they're not allowed to intentionally score until the last minute of regular time. We saw them struggling with it during the first couple games here, and just still finding a way to score even if they aren't trying.
I was just saying, and that's the other thing. Both players nudging each other, basically trying to just get control of the field from the other esports player and help their athlete a little bit more.
You definitely see that like they're trying to set up
different,
their
'cause they keep trying to, like,
athlete
challenge you, like,
while
you're
trying
trying
to
to-
keep the other one out of the game.
So you
It's you can tell it's a struggle for them just as much as it is for the athlete because they're not allowed to score. And we see Studeville trying to make something here. She looks like she's about to try to cross the ball in.
Oh, there you go. Zarcia trying to get Gatormelon off the ball, trying to get more control of it a little bit. Haven't seen too much of Como recently, but that's because she's on the other end waiting for the pass.
She was waiting for it. She was like, take this calculated deflection.
I can do a flip.
That's all it is. It's just interesting to see them learn the controls. Gatormelon even going for aerials when he's not allowed to score.
He's just showing off at this rate. Oh, here. Studeville versus Como. Oh, Zarcia stopping Como from even getting a hit on it.
Multiple times we've seen here Como backing up and just knocking the ball out of an attacking area.
You know, I don't think Zarcia likes to play with others. I'm kidding.
So now Zarcia's trying to great save there by Gatormelon. Como almost getting the tap-in goal there. Now Zarcia trying to getting fancy with this deflection.
Oh, Studeville. See, and that's just typical setup. Try and make sure that both of their players can get some type of hit on it. Of course, Zarcia trying to dodge Gatormelon as all of it's happening.
See, it's just very much trying to set up the easiest tap-ins possible. And we might see Zarcia try to take that calculated deflection.
Will it be an own goal here today?
Well, that's interesting. Gatormelon riding on top of Zarcia. Trying to catch a ride somewhere.
Como and Studeville going in circles around the ball. I don't think they've learned how to drift yet.
I think
Not yet.
this is what we expected coming into this.
I mean, oh, is Como gonna get hit?
Oh, barely. Just swing and a miss there by Como. Had the tap in. Now we see Zarcia knocking Gatormelon away from the ball, trying to. Studeville setting up a crossing chance.
Oh wow!
No, dang it! I tried.
And you've started to notice Studeville and Como both have been adapting to the game more. They're starting to learn a little bit more of the controls, a little bit more how to play.
As the games go on. Oh, barely missed by Como. She almost got a goal there. Still 0-0 with a minute 44 left to go here. We're about 40 seconds out from
I was trying to be slow
Gatormelon
because
and Zarcia.
I knew you'd come in blocking, so I was trying to.
Zarcia trying to get the ball in towards goal.
Yes. Nice tackle.
It was almost a goal by Gatormelon there.
I mean, and at that rate, you're just then asking, how can I, where can I set my player up? And Como passing it right back to Zarcia,
And
and
get some 1-2 action there in the midfield.
Studeville yelling for the pass, needing the pass. I'm sorry.
Trying to get her trying to set up her other teammates.
I don't know voices that well. Mind me here.
Now we see 1 minute left. Now we can really see Zarcia
Oh,
going
no.
for a shot, going for the top corner. Slots it in just inside the post to take a 1-0 lead.
And see, that's just play. As soon as he saw that clock change, he was like, all right, time to flip the switch.
Exactly. You see the entire time here is as soon as that 1
You have,
minute
like,
hits,
the 1 minute
it's
timer,
on.
like,
You really see these two players
I have the turn
really
off.
start to take off and show what they're good at.
Well, and I mean, both, and props to them. Both of them have played together consistently. And it is Zarcia's last semester. He's a senior this year. But they still play a bunch of Rocket League. And the team right now is not too bad of a team.
Como scored. What a save by Gatormelon. I mean, that is about as last second as you can get
Yeah.
making the save.
That's like one of those, that was definitely a heroic save.
Ample commentary there by Zarcia.
Zarcia's like, no, he's just lucky.
Hey, man. It's better to be lucky than good.
Wait a second.
Sometimes, at least.
Oh, Gator with the wide open shot. Is he going to get the rebound? No, he's not. But Zarcia denies him.
What a save there by Zarcia. We could see Studeville with the shot here. Zarcia bumping her off.
Oh, Zarcia almost passed to Como for the last second.
I know. They get the win in that game. I mean, you can tell Zarcia is really starting to find his groove, and he's trying to get Como involved here.
Yeah, and, you know, I think Como's getting more of the touches of the ball and understanding how to play the game a little bit more.
So now it's all square, 2-2. It all comes down to game number 5.
Honestly, I thought one team maybe was just gonna, as soon as it was gonna open, but this has actually been a really interesting series.
That's what I expected coming into this. I thought one team was just gonna take a clean sweep of the first couple games, but it's 2-2 going into game number 5. All to play for here in the final game.
Well, and props to both the athletes. They're actually making it pretty difficult for both the esports players to kind of get different goals and try and work more on actual team tactics here.
I know it's very much they're doing a good job of just making sure Studeville's getting in Zarsi's way, Como's getting in Gator Melon's way.
Oh,
Zarsi with the demo. Como with the tap in. What a goal! Como scores to make it 1-0 to the orange team.
I did it. Oh my gosh.
Como
She's so proud of herself. Rightly so.
You can just tell Como 2 goals now to her name on the sheet, and absolutely well deserved.
Team Orange taking a early 1-0 lead with 4:30 left to go in the game. The series tied at 2 apiece.
Gator Melon just trying to get that revenge demolish on Zarcia.
It's all about revenge at this point for them.
Yeah, she just ran into me. Yes, I did.
Zarcia doing a great job setting up Como. Almost had a second goal. Lethal striker. She's got another chance here. Great save by Gator Melon.
I need to get more.
I've seen Gator Melon just make some of the most outrageous saves I've seen in any Rocket League game during these past couple games.
And you know what's crazy is that that's normal for them.
I know
that's not to them that's not that much that crazy of a save.
And I'm sure for you as an esports player, you see it all the time. For someone for me who I play Rocket League as just occasionally, every once in a while, something like that. That's outrageous to me.
Well, and I mean, it's also just learning the different ways that you can manipulate your car and the different ways that you can use your drift and boost to your advantage, and then those saves start.
Oh, what a shot! It's an accidental shot, but what a shot by Zarcia.
Zarcia with the deflection.
If she would have touched that.
Oh, he was trying to go for the deflection, and it bounces off, deflects off a Gator Melon. I'm pretty sure we can count that as a Gator Melon own goal.
I mean, to me it is. I don't know how Gator Melon will feel that he has an own goal to his name now, but it's all right.
2-0, Team Orange leads. Gator Melon off the kickoff as Zarcia found himself on his roof.
Yeah, he actually almost stopped this. That would have been even funnier. Broke the rules.
So now it's 2-1, 3:17 left to go here in the game. All tied up 2 apiece in the series. Zarcia and Gator Melon was fighting for the ball there to a draw. Now Gator Melon trying to slow it down to get Studeville a scoring chance, and Zarcia clears. It's just, I feel like during these first couple minutes is all defense for them and just trying to just not let each other and themselves score.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is making sure they're not doing a misdirect hit or trying to figure out how can they set up, and that's really all leads to defense, because if you can't score, you're only blocking everything.
Exactly. Zarcia with a great deflection there. We'll see how he set this one up for a score. They lead 2-1 here, 2:30 left, and
Zarcia crossing to Como. She almost touched it.
Barely. I mean, we've already seen she scored in a couple games today. I mean, we've seen the makings of a lethal striker here.
Maybe Como would try to join the esports team after today.
Who knows? We've seen
Studeville.
Oh, what a save there by Zarcia, just knocking it away a millisecond before Studeville was able to get to it.
Well, and there's you can see Gator Melon's going back to the corner play that we talked about earlier, and trying to center the ball for his athlete, trying to make it so that she can get a hit on the ball, score.
Now Zarcia trying to set up here. Gator Melon doing a backflip, trying to keep the ball away. Como going with a shot nearly, but saved by Studeville, something she does in real life on the real soccer pitch for the Ball State women's soccer team.
And Gator Melon showing that he still controls the field.
Exactly. Zarcia trying to set up here. 30 seconds until They're allowed to score themselves. What a save by Gator Melon. It was drifting towards Como. She almost had another goal to her name.
You could tell she was going for the simple tap in. She just wanted to hit it on the right of her car.
She was ready for it.
Up Studeville carrying.
Now, Gator Melon trying to get it away here. Studeville also going for the ball. Didn't quite realize we're on the same team here. So now here we go. 1 minute left.
Oh, here they go. Both players are now able to open up.
They're now allowed to score. It's a high looping ball, which Zarsi does incredibly well to get up and clear.
But he has to use most of his boost in order to get that. So
Exactly.
he's going to be empty right now. But he, of course, got one of the big boosts. Now he's probably back at full tank.
Como flying through the air as Gator Melon trying to go for a scoring opportunity here.
Gator Melon
Studeville goes for the shot wide left.
Almost had it, though.
Almost had it, but now we see Zarsia. That could be going in on its
Oh, he
own.
goes for the double tap.
What a shot. What a play by Zarsia to take a 3-1 lead with 28 seconds left to go.
Most of your shots have been off.
Wow. And this is one of those where when you see it happen, it's a beautiful shot if it makes it.
If it happens against you, you're infuriated.
Yeah.
So with 28 seconds left to go, Studeville and Gator Melon have a mountain to climb here to try to force overtime.
Oh, Gator Melon just juggling past.
First one down, 3-2, 20 seconds left.
And that's just the way of Rocket League, honestly. It's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, those little times, and
Doesn't take long to score.
no. And you can easily pull ahead or even tie it up.
Now let's see if they can pull it off. 20 seconds to force overtime.
Oh, Studeville destroying Zarsia. This opens it up for Gator Melon.
Como back on defense playing goalkeeper. Great clearance by Zarsia. He's trying to hold on to this lead here. 5 seconds left. Gator Melon with a shot. It's a looping effort, but a great save by Zarsia.
Studeville.
Oh, another save by Zarsia.
Why is it still at 1 second?
Still on 1 second. Ball in the air.
I got stuck on the
Oh
ball
no.
somehow.
Zarsia assuring the
Finally
victory.
gets it down, and Team Orange wins the game and the series. Great job there by Claudia Como and Zarsia, able to take the first series of this Ball State Sports and Esports Challenge. All the congratulations there, the good games. They win the series 3-2 overall, and they take first place as of right now in our standings.
I mean, honestly, like, and that's the other thing is, it was fun because you saw both players trying to talk their teammates through how can I pass.
So we finish series number 1, 3-2. We saw Team Orange of Claudia Como and Zarsi get the win over Tristan Studeville and Gator Melon. And once we're done here, we're going to be taking a brief break, and we'll come back with the second game of Ryan Rimler and Darius taking on Nolan Given and Alex DeRuvo. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for match number 2 here between the Ball State Sports Esports players and Ball State athletes. It's the start of a new partnership here between Ball State Sports Link and Cardinal Esports. We saw in match number 1, we saw the team of Tristan Studeville and Gator Melon take on Claudia Como and Zarsia, and we saw Como and Zarsia come away with a 3-2 win in the series. And now we're about to see the game number 3 of Ryan Rimler and Darius take on Nolan Given and Alex Devereaux. And it's going to be interesting to see how they can update the tactics and see if they can get their players on board. The only changes we have for this game is that we're going to be going straight best of 5. We're not playing all 5 games this time. And that team number 4, since it is all Ball State's athletes, they are allowed to play all out from start to finish.
Which is good. I mean, I think that'll prove that Darius has to step up his defense game, honestly.
He'll have to be really on point, seeing as he has 2 people playing all out for the entirety of the match. And we also made one update to overtime rules that for the first minute it is only the athletes, and then after that, once it gets past the minute mark in overtime, it is all out. First goal wins.
Nice. And I mean, it'll be good. I think both teams are going to be very static in how they play, and it also show that you know, when seeing Darius play with Ryan Rimler, it'll kind of give him a little bit more flexibility in that he can just focus on defense. Rimler can just focus on offense.
So now it's time to pass it over, and we'll get this thing underway. It's going to be Ryan Rimler and Darius taking on Nolan Given and Alex Devereaux.
I always love these intros. So like nerve-wracking.
So we'll see how Darius can do taking on when he has 2 players going all out against him the entire time.
Yeah, and this
He's technically not allowed to score.
Yeah, and this also be that Darius has to rely that Rimler can just score.
I know,
And
that's the key.
give the perfect passes.
It's all going to be defensive setup. He's trying to get fancy there with the spin move.
And then it'll also be see how Deruvo and Given can just kind of control the field of play in themselves.
So we see Deruvo and Given trying to both go for the ball here. Darius playing some key defense.
Oh,
trying
he's
to
going
set
to
up
cross to
Rimler.
Rimler. Oh, Rimler!
Oh, what a save, and it goes in anyway off the goalkeeper. What a goal. Ryan Rimler with the first goal of the match.
Opening up the check and saying, I am a player now
Yeah,
of esports life.
here we go.
I mean,
the birth of a lethal striker. I'm ready to see.
Ryan Rimler, can he be the new esports striker that they need?
Darius going off the kickoff here.
I mean, I honestly, it'll be fun seeing this game because Darius is going to have to control a lot more of the field than he's probably used to.
Exactly.
I mean,
because you're not allowed to score, so it's going to be all offense. Rimler gets a second, 2-0 to the blue team.
the brace straight to Rimler. This is just perfect play, right? Got the bounce correct, got the hit, and boom.
Rimler already has 2 goals here within the first minute. He's well on his way to a hat trick.
We might be just seeing the lethal combo of Darius and Rimler, known to be just the best team right now.
Exactly. They might be the team to watch for here in this competition. Given trying to get onto some offense here.
And, I mean,
Here we go back in. Darius trying to get the ball in, and it'll be Rimler with the hat trick.
and it'll quickly try and see how are Given and Deruvo going to talk to each other, going to work out where can they get the ball and how can they play with that more in the sense of passing to each other, getting their scoring opportunities going. And how can they, like, hopefully jostle Darius off of the ball?
Rimler going for another one. Number 4 for Rimler inside a minute and a half. He's on fire.
His hunger for goals is just unsatiable right now. He's just wanting more.
The man can't stop scoring. He just can't stop scoring. It's not even Darius getting the goals right now. It's all Rimler.
I know. The last few touches have been nothing but Rimler. Up and Rimler going back on defense. Can he defend? Oh, Given.
What a goal by Nolan Given. We saw Darius trying to go with that last second defense there.
But I honestly think Darius destroying Given right here actually knocked the ball more in.
Exactly, but I mean, oof, that was real close. Darius almost got the save.
The goal line text said otherwise.
Hey, don't call it a comeback. So 4-1 with 3:25 left to go here. Darius off the ceiling.
Oh, juggling right to Rimler. Can Rimler finish? Oof.
Barely missed it. He almost had a 5-piece. Given trying to get calculated deflection off the wall. Darius playing some excellent defense as we expected during these first couple minutes.
Oh, Given's just going after that ball.
Try to body me.
Oh,
Whoa!
Darius totally destroying Given.
2:48. Here we go. Darius trying to set up Rimler for his fifth.
Oh, Rimler almost
Barely
getting the
outside.
touch. Oh, Darius knows he can't touch it. He knew he wanted the goal, but he couldn't do anything
That
about
was
it.
a wide open chance for Darius, but he's not allowed to score for another minute and a half. So
Oh,
trying
no.
to set up here for
Oh,
Rimler.
you could just tell he's carrying it for Rimler. He's like, come on.
Given trying to play some.
Oh,
What a
Given!
backflip save. Rimler off the bar and in for 5.
Now you have to hand it to Given though. This is great defense.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic defense by Given, but sometimes those shots off the bar, there's just not much more you can do about them. So 5-1 with 2:20 left to go, and we still have yet to even see Darius start playing on offense. Here we go, setting up another one for Rimler.
And you know, Darius is He's passing to Rimler. He's getting the ball in those open spots that Rimler needs to get those scoring opportunities.
Darius going for another cross here for Rimler. See if he can set another one up. It's lobbed in over the box and comes to nothing. Now we'll see if he can get back on defenses. Now Rimler's trying to play some defense and misses. We've seen he's a fantastic striker. He's
and Darius, of course, almost wanted to score, but he's just trying to set Rimler up for some fancy shots now. They're no longer worried about trying to get the goal difference.
Almost had a sixth. Hits it off the post. Great clearance there by Given. Really putting in a shift here on defense. Now Rimler.
Oh, Rimler with the excellent chip.
Darius
But it
in the
didn't
box.
have too much distance to it.
So now we see Rimler going for a sixth. Great clearance by Deruvo. Now she's bringing it up the field. Darius chips it back in.
Oh,
Off of Given.
go off of Given. Darius just bullying him through.
It's technically not Darius's goal if it went off a Given.
I mean, if he used Given to hit it, then it's not his fault.
What an own goal. So 6-1 with a minute and 2 seconds left to go. We're about to see Darius come alive here. Really show what he's about on offense.
1 minute remaining. Now Darius can really open up to his style of game and control what he wants to do on the field. Already took the chip shot off the wall. Oh my.
What a shot by Darius.
Now see, this is just hard though. I feel bad for the Orange team because
I mean, Rimler has been a revelation here as a striker.
I didn't expect Rimler to actually be this good, and then also Given's been doing great. Deruvo's been actually having a pretty good game.
Given's been a force on defense, is what we've seen so far. You see Darius going for another wall shot.
Oh, now he's just trying to show off.
He's trying to get real fancy with it. Another goal for
see.
Darius, 8-1, 36 seconds left. Both players on the blue team with a hat trick.
Oh my gosh. You know, they'll come back. 30 seconds, I believe in it.
It could happen. It very well could happen. I've seen stranger things in this world.
I feel like, I mean, 7-goal difference, they can do it.
I've seen
Given right here is just going to score like 5 goals. I believe in it.
off the cuff, you know it. Darius now juggling. This one is just showing off.
Yeah. Good old Darius.
So 19 seconds, 8-1 the score. Ryan Rimler coming alive and getting.
Oh, Given trying to give it to Deruvo.
It's a great cross there by Given.
Oh, did Darius just pass it to the other team?
Rimler getting in on it now, and that's all. Well, let's see. No, Darius still
Darius
keeping
is
it
gonna
alive.
carry it in.
Oh, that. 0 seconds on the clock, and Darius just juggles the ball on top of his car as time expires to score one more before the game's over.
You know, that's one of those goals where it's like,
That's just showing off.
it's like, hi guys, I'm here.
I know how good I am. So, game 1 goes to the blue team. 9-1 the score. Rimler and Darius really coming alive on offense.
You know, and I hand it to Given. He had some great stops as a goalie. And then Deruvo did have some good touches. So,
So we'll see the next match here of Deruvo and Given. So the next handicap that we're going to be giving Darius is that he is not allowed to have any boost. No boost for Darius in game number 2. A little shake of the head there from Darius.
he's like, okay. I see how it's going today, guys.
Well, you know when you win game 1, 9-1. So we have Rimler with 5 goals, all within the opening couple minutes. Get ready for game 2.
And you know, my funny thing is, I'd love to see the comments that we're getting on like Twitch and see how people are reacting to just Darius, like.
I mean, with no time on the clock, just
showing off. I mean, come on.
he bounced the ball on the top of his car and just drove it in with no time left.
All right, game 2. Who do you have for this one?
You know, I'd like to see Given impress more on offense as he was a stalwart on defense. He did great on that end of the field. See if he can really complete his game and start getting some goals on his record.
Do you think Rimler will still be the star striker that they've always wanted him to be?
We'll see. He has a chance early on. He scored 5 in the first couple minutes. Let's see if he can replicate it. Oh, here we got a shot from Deruvo off the post. Nearly took an early lead for the Orange team.
You know, I think my player of the match for this one, Deruvo. I'm going Deruvo on this one.
As we said, Darius not allowed to use any boost is his handicap for this game. Is game 1 it was 9-1.
Oh, Rimler defending the Orange team. You know, what a guy.
Adding some more keys to his game here. Just for the wrong team.
Oh, Given. Oh, look at that excellent take.
Oh, he gets past 1.
Oh, he couldn't get past the second.
Clutch clearance there by Darius. As he Given getting back on defense. He knocks Darius away and
Deruvo almost shooting on
Rimler.
On own goal.
Yes.
Barely gets in. Ryan Rimler keeps the goal-scoring form alive. His 6th goal in 2 games.
Saying, what is that, 6 goals?
Yeah, Ryan Rimler with 6 goals here in his opening 2 matches.
It's okay. You know, I think Given just was saying, listen, I have to at least give you 1, but we're gonna roll through on this game. It's gonna be our game.
Now Rimler we see going back on defense to start off. Now here's Darius.
Oh, straight pass to Given.
It's got to be almost disheartening to see one of the athletes pick up on it so fast and be such an offensive force to start off. I mean, what adjustments could you make?
I mean, honestly, with the adjustments, it's more in the sense pushing Darius off the ball, getting control of it more in the midfield and their end of the court.
Just completely putting it on top of Ryan Rimler to win this game single-handedly. You got to take one of them out of the way.
Yeah.
And there we see a second goal from Rimler out of the air.
Let's say, did he just do an aerial?
He did.
I think Rimler's played once or twice before this.
Yeah, there's a possibility of it. With 2-0 with 3:24 left to go, Rimler and Darius take an early lead here. We see Darius trying to. Oh, we see another
Rimler's
goal.
A straight shot.
Hat trick inside of 2 minutes for Ryan Rimler. That is 8 goals in 2 games for Ryan Rimler.
And you know, Deruvo almost had it.
It was almost an expert save there, but Rimler, man, he has turned out to be quite the striker.
I was just say, I feel like he's played this game more than once.
There's a possibility.
Oh, look at that. Deruvo just jostling Darius off the ball.
Oh, and gets a shot on, but cleared away by Ryan Rimler. We'll see what Blue Team can do here on offense with this.
Well, and it'll also be...
Darius saving his own shot. He said, I will not
I can't score, not yet.
I'll save my own shots.
Well, and it'll be interesting since Darius now has this other handicap is how is he going to change his game since he can't use boost.
Even if once the 1 minute comes around, he's not allowed to boost. But that could be probably the biggest handicap of the entire game.
I mean, probably, but there's still aspects to the game that you can still almost maximize your speed without boost.
Exactly, but it's just how key boost is to the game. That's hard to. That's probably one of the most difficult handicaps you could put on a player.
And then here we see Given, he's excellent at controlling the ball. He just needs a little bit more speed on the breakaways, and I think that'll just
we've seen how good he
open his game up.
We can see how good he can be on defense. It's if he can transition that into offense.
And then here we have Deruvo just going after the ball, being a real bully to all the other players on the field right now.
We said Darius no boost here with 2 minutes left to go. 3-0 lead.
Oh,
Rimler wide open on goal. What a save by Given. What a save by Given.
Even though Rimler destroyed him, absolutely star save.
Off the line there by Nolan Given. Saved his team from going down 4-0.
I mean, honestly, I think he just found like a great goalie.
Darius is trying to juggle the ball in. That's how it's done. Just juggle the ball on top of your head and just lay it off to your teammate. 4-0. Ryan Rimler with all 4 goals here. Minute 40 left to go. Like we said, we've seen the making of a new star striker here in Ryan Rimler.
I'm telling you, Ryan Rimler, his esports career starts today.
He's not just great at kicking footballs. He's pretty dang good at Rocket League too. There's Darius trying to set up again.
Darius just like,
all right, come on, come take it. He's just like, I can't score, guys. He's 23 seconds away from getting in on the offensive act. See Given trying to transition from defense to offense. Here he goes. He gets past Rimler.
Oh, Given.
He's got an open net. Given
Oh,
gets the goal. 4-1.
Given opening up his game a little bit more. And see, this is what I'm talking about. If he starts using his boost and gets the breakaway, he's able to find that hole and get a goal.
Took it almost coast to coast past everyone like Diego Maradona. I mean, that was quite the play there by Nolan Given to cut the deficit to 3 with 1:13 left to go. Deruvo
With an excellent start.
We see Darius 5 seconds away from being able to actively score, but how will he fare with no boost?
I think, honestly, Darius is just going to use other players to hit him around and just kind of...
Try to get the speed as much as he
But
can.
now Darius can score now, too. Oh,
There he goes. Already one on the books. No boost needed. 5-1 with 51 seconds left.
I mean, that's just a play of keeping up your speed as you're still going.
I think that's just skill at this point more than anything. He's like, boost? What boost? See Rimler get destroyed
Rimler.
there by Given. Off the open. Darius with the shot and the goal. Empty net. 6-1.
Now, see, that's hard. They were caught on the transition right there. Given clearly wasn't in the spot that he wanted to be, but it's okay.
I think we might be seeing the team to beat here in this competition. That is Ryan Rimler and Darius.
I mean, I honestly didn't expect this. I thought Rimler might not have touched Rocket League before, but
He's looking pretty good here. We see Deruvo with a cross into herself, tries to get the shot. Cleared away by Darius. That was great offensive play there by Deruvo. Now we see Darius on the other end, taking it coast to coast. Gets the hat trick, 7-1 the score. 32 seconds left to go. Rimler and Darius, man, this is quite the team we found.
You know, my question for you is, you've heard me talk about how to handle the situation. How would you handle the attacking power of Darius and Rimler?
I mean, I play goalkeeper when I play Rocket League, so this is probably more shots than I've ever had to face in any game of Rocket League I've ever played.
Oh, the own goal by Given. Has he?
8-1, 28 seconds left to go.
He almost had the save. If he got a little bit more inwards and got the bicycle, I probably could have saved it.
He almost got there. I mean, this is a game of inches. So we have 28 seconds left to go. 8-1. Let's see if they can match the opening game score of 9-1. Let's see what other handicap we can throw on to try to level the playing field here. So we have now Rimler trying to get another one on his record before the end of the game. 15 seconds left. Quite the pairing we found. Team number 3 of Ryan Rimler and Darius.
I mean, I honestly think
This just might be the team to beat.
and it'll be an interesting competition for sure.
You see game number 2 in the books. 8-1 for Ryan Rimler and Darius. They take a 2-0 lead here in the series. And one more win, and they will win the match.
And if you're watching via Twitch, feel free to comment. We have moderators that are also watching and like commenting back. So we'll also try, I mean, we can't see it, but they'll definitely respond to any questions you guys are having about what's going on today.
This is definitely an unprecedented offensive output we've seen here from Darius and Ryan Rimler. As we go into game 3, can they match their offensive output? Can we see a turnaround here from Given and Deruvo?
I mean, honestly, with Rimler and his attacking prowess, I'm really surprised at the type of player he is playing out to be.
It's almost like the 1 minute thing doesn't make any difference because they just go ahead and get the goals through Rimler anyway. They already have a big lead when it comes down to Darius joining in.
Yeah, and it almost feels as if both of them had like some pregame pep talk where like, all right, let's get a few matches in. Like maybe they went to a computer lab and
Who knows?
played
But
together.
obviously, whatever it is, it's working. And that Rimler and Darius, they look very much like the top team we're going to see in this competition. And it's going to be exciting to see how far they go. But here we see game number 3. Rimler and Darius have a chance here to close things out with another win. So like we said, no boost for Darius. Not allowed to actively score to women. He can't jump. No jumping. So no jumping for Darius either. Has to stay on the ground. No scoring. So it's almost like Darius isn't even in the game. He's just there as a bumper car.
I mean, at that rate, I think it's all right. Honestly, I think he got enough goals. I think it'll be fine.
So Darius has to stay on the ground. No boost. Not allowed to actively play offense. So now we'll see if it's how Ryan Rimler can fare with all he has is someone to lay out assists. Can he keep the offensive output going? Given trying to get here on the offense. Darius now playing defense. Here goes Deruvo trying to get across.
Look at that. Deruvo in the excellent
set.
center. Oh,
And it's in. Deruvo with the goal.
Oh, the reverse goal, Deruvo.
First
Look
goal
at
tonight.
that.
Excellent work there by Deruvo, able to get a goal on the board, and the orange team takes a 1-0 lead here. We'll see how much these handicaps have affected Darius and see if the blue team can answer back. Ryan Rimler with the first touch here. 1-0, 4:19 left to go. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see for the first couple of minutes here, all it's going to be is Ryan Rimler on offense, and can he do that on his own?
I mean, and honestly, it'll definitely be a different pace to the game when you're just relying on Rimler. Because Darius literally can't do much.
Oh, here we go. Off the post. Nearly went in. Oh, now we see Given on the other end. Here he goes.
Oh, Given.
He goes for the 2-0 lead. Orange is up 2-0.
The blue team is distraught right now. They don't even know what to do.
Given and Deruvo both getting goals here. 2-0 early for the orange team.
And
We just might have a series yet.
And I mean, this is one of those where you're starting to see both Given and Deruvo are understanding how to play the game more.
Rimler off the kickoff. Wow, the goal-scoring antics continue.
I've lost track of how many goals that man scored.
He might be in double digits at this point.
You know, I think he just gets lucky.
Yes, 10 goals, pure luck. Here we go, Rimler again. Nearly got another goal off the kickoff. See Darius trying to center one in for Rimler. Not allowed to score himself as you see him hit the brakes. Oh, what a save by Given. Rimler was coming in hot on the boost.
Oh, Darius just trying to redirect the ball just a little bit. Oh, is Given going to score on himself?
Oh, here we go. Rimler going for the goal. Oh,
Rimler
barely
missed.
misses.
Deruvo with the
swing and a
clear.
miss. Darius trying to hold it up. He's like, Rimler, you take it. And it's all square, 2-0 down. Now it's even Stevens, 2 apiece with 3:20 left to go.
Rimler with another brace.
We see Darius there did a great job of just nice little tap setup, and then he just backed off.
He's like, listen, I literally can't touch it.
I'm physically not allowed to. Here we go, Rimler again off the kickoff.
Oh, Deruvo won the kickoff this time.
So 3:15 left to go, 2 apiece. See how either team can answer now that it's all square again.
This will be interesting. Can Deruvo or Given really jostle Rimler off the ball?
Now Darius trying to set up something. Rimler goes for the shot. What a save by Deruvo.
Like, Darius can still touch the ball and technically center it to his teammate, but he can't do the fancy aerials that he's been doing all game, honestly.
It's very rudimentary right now on offense for the blue team, as Darius is not allowed to really do anything to set up his teammates as he has to stay on the ground. Here he goes. He's trying to set one up, and Given with the save, clearing it out. As Rimler comes flying in.
Oh, and Deruvo's like,
Deruvo on the break.
My goal.
Oh, what a save by Rimler. Great defensive effort there coming back.
Never have I ever seen that happen.
Deruvo trying to take the ball away from Darius. So Darius setting up. Rimler, he's got his hat trick, 3-2. Blue team takes the lead with 2:09 left to go.
Can the blue team really take the series and just make orange team not answer back?
This might be a sweep here. I mean, we've seen a far more even game here during this third game, but we've seen that Rimler is able to hold the offensive load on his own. Another shot from kickoff, 4 for Rimler.
Now the question here is, are the orange team can answer is with the boost and with the jumps. It's just Rimler's getting the part of the ball a little bit sooner, and you can see that he's just getting there a second before Deruvo or Given is able to touch it.
Exactly. So here we see Rimler again go and wins the kickoff. That might be the key there for this blue team, is Darius trying to juggle and set it up. Rimler trying to get fancy with it as Darius teed it up for him. And Rimler's got 5.
I'm so screwed. I keep thinking why.
We've seen Darius is doing such a good job of holding onto the ball and just teeing it up perfectly for Rimler, and that's as easy as you like.
There's not much you can do to those. Like, you set it up, yeah, you hope your teammate can then score, but, I think...
Rimler with another shot off the bar and out.
Wow. I honestly, I have to commend Rimler for the excellent starts that he's been getting.
Exactly. That's the key for this blue team is going right off the kickoff and trying to get a shot as ball is starting to head back towards their own net. It's trying to get back on defense. Now Rimler's trying to start something here on attack as Given doing a good job defensively against Darius. See 1:30 left to go here in the game. 5-2. It's been Given nearly trying to keep it out, and it's going to be accredited to Darius, but as an own goal for the Orange team. 6-2. We saw earlier in the match the Orange team out to a shock 2-0 lead to start off, and now we've seen the blue team come back with a vengeance.
I mean, and you know, to start off the game, the Orange team was going strong.
They were looking real good.
And I mean, their play is still very strong. It's just they're getting those redirects when they're hitting the ball, or they're getting that slight inch of missed timing, which it happens as you're trying to learn the game, the different ways this game plays out. You're not gonna know how to do those different types of redirects and hits.
There was definitely an adjustment period for Rimler and Darius as they tried to figure out how to work around the handicaps that have been imposed on Darius. So with 1 minute remaining, 6-2 your score. 50 seconds left.
And if anybody asked me if Team 3 or Darius and Rimler were actually going to do this,
I was not expecting this at all.
I would have said no, there's no way.
Darius with the goal, 7-2. Like we said, this might just be the best team in the competition. This is the one to watch out for, is Team 3, Darius and Rimler. Quite the look they have going here offensively.
It almost just feels as if they've just been we're playing together before.
Exactly. This is like two friends that have played Rocket League together for years. This is chemistry that I was not expecting off the bat.
Maybe it's just some sort of pep talk I wasn't there for.
I don't know what happened upstairs in Sportslink when they were before the game. I don't know what was said, but clearly it is having an effect, and they are playing very well together.
Maybe Darius has something to finally show Gatormelon that he's better.
Oh man, that would be an interesting game to see, is the game between Team 1 and Team 3, which will go down next week when we come back with our next installment of this series of Rocket League. And so 7-2 the score as we close things out. Let's see if Darius can juggle another one in at the buzzer.
Oh,
so
wow.
Rimler keeps it alive. Darius still keeping it
Wow.
alive. He nearly has a use on Darius. Wanted one more before the game ended. But that's how it's going to finish here, 7-2. The clean sweep for the blue team, as Darius and Rimler have clearly shown themselves as the top team in the competition. They have shown that they have the offensive firepower to win the whole thing.
And they definitely have the goal difference that shows what is going on between their type of chemistry. Both of the players, it seemed like they were working pretty well together.
Well, as we saw, that's going to close things out here for game number 2. We saw in game number 1 between Tristan Studeville and Gatormelon against Claudia Como and Zarcia, it went all 5 games were needed, as we saw it go back and forth. Studeville and Gatormelon taking game 1 2-1, then going to overtime, Orange took it. Then game 3 was blue, and then games 4 and 5 both went to the Orange team. I mean, we've seen that this is going to be a very competitive series, I feel like.
And it's interesting because all the teams are having to work with people that are athletes that haven't played Rocket League before. And they're trying to coach them through, this is how you can hit the ball, this is how you can move it around, and everything else. So it's fun.
But as we've seen today, Team 3 of Rimler and Darius is going to be the one to watch for, and we're excited to see what happens next week in Week 2. We'll have the teams of Darius and Rimler taking on Studeville and Gatormelon. Then we'll also see Claudia Como and Zarcia taking on Nolan Given and Alex DeRuvo. Should be exciting times, but we will see you all next week for the next installment of Rocket League.